Hi everyone, Happy New Year, Happy 2018. It's Sloan Rhodes with your spiritual guidance for the week of January 1st, 2018. I'm so excited for the new year. I hope everyone had a lovely holiday season. Alright, so today I'm going to be drawing one card from the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue as the overarching theme for the week. I selected this deck because it's a very fun, playful, lighthearted deck in terms of the energy of the mermaids and the dolphins, and I feel like that's a fun way to start the new year. And then I'm going to be choosing 3 cards from the Witch's Tarot. You know the routine. I say it every week. 1 card in the position of what your ego may try to distract you with based on the overarching theme. 1 card in the position of what your heart is asking that you explore further. And 1 card in the position of what you can look forward to or expect regardless. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading. And I want to let everyone know that I haven't yet released the life, purpose, and career readings, nor have I released the love and romance readings. I hope to do so in the next week or 2. I've just been working on my own process here, doing quite a bit of meditating on and integrating much of what I have been deepening for myself, so that will be in the new readings. But I also want to let you know that I am going to be releasing an online course that will be available on my website. I'll let you know more, but if you are interested in oracle cards, I am going to be releasing a course on using oracle cards and how to deepen your connection to your guides and angels and to your own intuition. And I will also be having a course, if you want to extend that, into how to start an online business or how to continue to expand your online business. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I hope to have that up within the first 3 months of this year. I'm open to more helpful people coming in to help me with the technological aspects of that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, for the overarching theme, we have Ready, Set, Go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desires. Well, that is a really fun card to have on January 1st, 2018, the start of a new calendar year. Ready, set, go. Well, remember, because so many times we start the new year with all these intentions or resolutions, and you want to start as best you can without this self-judgment that if I don't complete these things or if I don't live up to my expectations, that somehow I'm a failure. Because Ready, Set, Go is exciting, but what can often happen is the egoic energy can come in very quickly and knock you off your energetic skateboard, so to speak, or surfboard. So we're working with the ocean here. But let's get some cards and see what the egoic energy is. Ready, set, go. Now is the perfect time, the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. And give yourself time as well. I will say, the energies are still rather fatiguing for many people, so it may not be until February that you begin to really bounce back. So be kind and gentle to yourself. Begin to think about what it is you want to do in the new year that may be different from last year, or where you want to connect more deeply to your heart's desire this year, and whether it be a person, a situation, or an activity. But do so with a kind of a distance, so that you have a strategy in place, so you don't get frustrated if you can't accomplish everything you want right away. And be as playful about it as you can. Really drawn to the dolphin under the water. I mean, you want it to be fun. And fun means different things for different people, so I will say, you want it to be enjoyable, you want it to be connected to your heart. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we have the Ace of Cups, what our ego may try to distract us with. We have the Death card, wow, in terms of what our heart is asking that we explore further. And we have the Four of Wands in terms of what we can look forward to regardless. All right, interesting. So we have Ready, Set, Go, right? Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desires. right away that can feel very egoic, because it's like, oh no, now time is now and I'm not quite ready, and what if I don't do it right? Remember, that's all egoic energy. It's meant to distract you, and we see it here, right? Your ego may try to distract you with the Ace of Cups. Where do I feel connected to my heart's desire? I don't know what my heart's desire is, right? Here we go. We're already feeling disconnected. We begin to start that whole process. But your ego may try to distract you with this Ace of Cups, because it's based on your emotional hopes and dreams, right? It's the potential for something to be really heartfelt. It could also be a resurgence of something new, and your ego might try to distract you with, it can never work out, right? Those are just feelings. Those aren't relevant. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the evidence to see if you can be successful in this. Many times, we discount our feelings because it feels fluffy or it doesn't feel fact-based, right? But your heart is asking that you explore further the Death card, transformation. Where can you transform? Where can you allow things to transition into a more heart-based experience, right? Ready, set, go, but based on your heart's desires, not based on your analytical mind, not based on your egoic linear energies here. It's saying, where can I transform and transition out of the mind, predominantly out of the mind, and into the heart? It's a big, big shift, and one that the ego is very fearful of, because the ego likes to be in that control of the familiar, which is it's never enough. You're never going to make it. It's not valid. It's not factual. What will people say, right? But if your heart's true desires are bubbling up right now, and you're wanting to make a change, especially in a new calendar year, it's always fun to have that demarcation of time. But your heart is saying you have to allow yourself to transition. And whenever we are transitioning from one plane to the other, one level, let's say, if you will, to a next level, you have to lighten your load. You have to leave some things behind. You have to transform. You have to change. And that can be scary to the ego, right? This fresh energy, this new resurgence of hope, of joy, of connection to the heart. So it's, we always have free will, but during this week, the heart is really kind of saying this is a big transition that you can make here, but you have to be open to it. You have to allow it. And where don't we allow it? Where do we cling to the past out of our, out of familiarity, out of fear? Again, the egoic energy being, it's not worth it. There's no evidence that what you feel is real. Right? But what we can look forward to regardless is the Four of Wands. Celebration. Initiation. A bumping up. You can't bump up. You can't become initiated into something new if you always stay the same. Your heart is saying you've got to make the transition if you want to be initiated into a new way, a new thing, whether it be at work, whether it be at in your relationships, your social connections, your familial relationships. It's not just about a celebration, a party. It's about an initiation. Success. This is what you're looking forward to regardless anyway. So I feel like, with the heart energy saying, be on board with the transition. I know it looks like a scary card, the Death card, it sounds very dramatic. But in truth, it's about a transition, a transformation. Transforming from one phase of life into a new one. It doesn't mean physical death. But as I feel it, part of the egoic death here with the Ace of Cups. The heart is wanting to take over, and the ego is looking at the heart, wanting the potential of the heart to become more of the predominant energy by which you navigate your life, and the ego is going to try to come in a lot of different ways, and you can usually identify it because it doesn't feel good, and it creates a sense of fear and worry in your life. It doesn't mean that you don't have to listen to it. It doesn't mean that it's something that you should ignore, but it's does it feel true for you? You won't know until you drop into the heart. The heart is saying, look, you're making some changes here. you can get on board with it, that's what the heart is recommending that you explore further, allowing transition and transformation to occur in order to bump up, which is what you're looking forward to regardless. It could be that you actually do have a celebration, something occurs, and you have an opportunity to go and celebrate something with friends and family. But as I feel it more, it's more about that initiation into a new aspect of life that feels more joyful, less fearful. Here. Ready, set, go. Now is the perfect time to dive in and embrace your heart's desires. And I would encourage you as well, as I kind of get the nudge here, to not worry about the fact that it's 2018 and you want to make changes for the whole year, because that can feel very disempowering if you slip up one day or 1 week, right, in terms of what your ego says is the right path in order to make these changes. Do it as much as you can in the moment. What does my heart want in this moment? How can I transform older energies that felt more brittle, more painful to my heart, into something that feels more self-loving, less judgmental of self in each and every moment? It's like, say you are having a conversation with someone, family, friend, boss, coworker, and they say something that normally you would find offensive in some way, or you would find that you have no connection to, and therefore slightly offended or annoyed. You can either choose in that moment to do what you normally do, which is be offended, be shocked at how different their value system is than your own, or in that moment you can say, I'm feeling that level of annoyance or feeling offended, but how can I make a shift here from my normal pattern, right? Your heart is asking that you transition out of an older pattern in the moment, right? Not about necessarily your entire life, because that creates a lot of fear and anxiety, but in the moment. So you're talking with this person, they say something that normally your knee-jerk reaction would be, oh my God, you get all fired up, or you just turn away in disgust, or whatever it may be. But then you can also say, all right, I'm working to change in the moment. How can I take this moment and look at it as being for my growth, right? For my understanding of self, helping me fine-tune what it is I want in this moment, in the new, and as well as in this new year, possibly, by seeing the contrast, right? By looking at the contrast of how this person is, and is representing themselves as, and how I want to be different, right? And how is this person a mirror of my own grand work? Perhaps there are opportunities here for me to be more loving. Maybe I am judging myself in a way that's really harsh, and maybe I can work to change that as well. Because as you begin to open up and explore and transition away from the ego's fear of the heart energy, you begin to, other people's issues, let's say, or their offensive, that's how it's coming in, comments, nature, personality, character, whatever it may be for you, value system, it becomes less of an observance to you. It's like it doesn't really kind of register as much. It's more like, oh, look at that person working on their own stuff. Interesting. We all get triggered all the time by different people and circumstances, but it's just certain ones you can begin to gently recognize as a way to transform and transition into more of what you want, as opposed to what you used to have in your life more often, more I want to say more observable. So I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, I'm going to close out the reading because it's going long, but I hope that you find that helpful. I wish you a beautiful and wonderful 2018, and I will see you maybe on the Love and Romance readings or the Life, Purpose, and Career readings that I hope to have up soon. And again, I will be releasing some online courses as well as some meditation tapes. I did release a meditation tape that is free. It's on the YouTube channel as well as on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And I'll probably be releasing some more of those, but those will have just a minimal payment just to help me offset some of the costs involved with that. So anyway, you can look forward to that if that resonates. Much love to you.